I kneeled in my closet and came in my doorstopper during school. Yesterday during one of my Zoom classes I got this incredible urge to do the deed. When I came close to climax I grabbed the doorstop and kneeled in my closet. I expelled all the fluid and simply put the doorstopper back where it belongs. As I type this there is still semen in my doorstop. Thanks for reading.
Naughty, naughty, you teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
I pushed my nanny to the ground and she never got back up again. I was around 7 years old when this incident happened. My nanny was always around. She'd fetch me to and from school, make/prepare my meals and help me go to sleep sometimes in the afternoon. One day in school she accompanied me to buy food but I had no money and she had nothing extra with her too. As a kid, I was very grumpy, so I pushed her and she never got back up again. Got scared and called the school guard to help her to the infirmary. Her family said it was best to put her to their house so they can take care of her properly. After a few days she literally can't walk or even walk properly and she spent months lying on her bed which soon became her deathbed because of bed sores. That's what my mom and dad said. I'm not sure what caused her death and I have no idea if she had an illness before like an arthritis or something, but I know now that I had a part of her death and realizing it now, I can't go back to sleep so I needed to let this off my chest. I have never told this to anyone, so please go easy on me.
Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
When I was in 4th grade I blackmailed my best friend. When I was in 4th grade, I only had a small handful of friends. I was a really weird kid, from a poor family. I never realized what I was doing was wrong, until I got caught. My best friend had told me that there was a boy she had a big crush on, and I didn't know this was wrong until later, but I used that information to blackmail her. How old is the average child attending 4th grade anyway? 8 to 9? I think I was 8. Anyway, my best friend brought money to school, for lunch, and one day I was really hungry. I blackmailed her and told her if she didn't get me something to eat, that I would tell the boy she liked that she had a crush on him. This is silly, but even though I'm 20 years old now, I feel so bad. As I mentioned before, I came from a poor family, and I really wanted something to eat. The poor girl gave me her money. Later on, my mom found out. I'm glad she did though. She grounded me, and made me do odd jobs for people, until I could give her the money back. I also wrote her an apology letter. To this day, she is still in my life. Although, we aren't close, I'm happy that she forgave me.
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
I did a covert vomit and then proceeded to partake in the communal spliff. We were going to see a monster truck show in Denver. We first went to see The Room, this was some years back, at an indie theater. We had been drinking through the entire show. The young man I was sitting next to had brought a large bag of plastic spoons and was handing them out to the group. It was a group of 10 people. Standing outside the theater I can remember looking at the night sky and ruminating on the insignificance of my position in the greater scheme of things. We gathered in a circle and lit a spliff. I took an erroneous hit, some ember was inhaled. I made a covert vomit right behind me and on the next pass I took a puff. Please, Jesus, forgive me. Could be illegal or an infraction. I took a picture of a young woman's butt walking in front of me with my camera. First thing first, I did not harm anyone, and I did not cause any financial loss to anyone. I was walking right by the University of Toronto campus area, and a young woman was walking in front of me, and I took 2 photos of her butt with my camera. She was wearing normal jeans. I came home, and my girlfriend saw the photos loaded into my computer. She asked me about the photos. I told her it is a random individual I have not met, and then she called me psycho and had thrown a couple of things at me, and threatened to end our relationship. A month later she did end our relationship. After another month, I googled for her email address out of curiosity, and found a message board where she made posts frequently. I asked her about her ex, and then the first thing she mentioned was the photos of the young woman's butt, and said, imagine my reaction when I saw those photos. I stabbed someone and never been caught. When I was 16 I always ate and kicked back with my homie, nickname, Lato. Me and him were so close like brothers and helped me a lot when I was homeless. One night we decided to set a guy, nickname, Rico up. As he got into the car I was in the back and my friend was in the driver's seat. Lato decided to drive as we are deciding on how much to pick up. As he took the money out I pull out a switchblade on him and get him to give me his money and phone. As he was gonna give me his phone, I tried to get him to reset the phone, but he kept hesitating and begging to keep it. I got frustrated and stabbed him couple times in the stomach, took his phone and pushed him out the car door onto the road and drove off. I don't know what happened to him and I've been thinking about it lately. Edit. I know I'm a piece of crap. If I could change my past, I definitely would. I now work with homeless people to get temporary accommodation and food, so that homeless youth don't follow in my footsteps. I help people addicted to drugs come clean and stay clean. I am not asking people to feel sorry for me, I just had to confess. I'm shy of 20, I was young and stupid.
Okay.
I kick or try to dent my friend's car every time I walk past it. Every time I walk or park next to my friend's car, I kick it or open my door and dent it a little. I do it cause sometimes I wanna slap him, but I don't want our friendship to be weird if I slap or punch him, so I just take it out on his car.
What are you doing? Oh, friend! Friend! I'm not your f***ing friend, alright?
I deliberately lied to CPS. I'm a middle school teacher. A couple of years ago I had this black student that was doing poorly in school. He was very quiet and socially awkward, and I have never liked him one bit. I couldn't stand him. He always had strange interests in things like World War I and World War II warfare and violent anime. I tried convincing his dad to get him a psychological evaluation, but he refused, of course. One day the student came to school with a small bruise on his arm. I immediately reported the bruise but added additional false details in the report, such as the student comes to school covered in feces, sleeps in a dungeon, stays home alone, being beaten and starved POW style by his dad. A CPS worker did an investigation and found that nothing was wrong with the student's home and closed the case as unfounded. His dad pulled the student out of the school and sent him to another school. I never heard from him since. I'm just glad I no longer have any classes with him. I never got in trouble for the false report due to my mandated reporter status.
Burn in hell, you piece of shit.
I violated my friend's trust and privacy for self-satisfaction. My friend was in her college course and had forgotten a really important assignment back at her place. All of her roommates were out and the only one who was available didn't have a way to get back. She's texting me this and freaking out about it, and I really wanted to help her but had to be at work soon. Now at the time I would have done any and everything for this woman. So to help her I talked to my supervisor and moved some stuff around. This allowed me to drive to the college and get her house keys so I could head back to her place and pick up her assignment, swing back by the college to drop it off and get to work on time. Problem solved. Now my initial actions were sincere and held no bad, ulterior motives, but while driving to her place I realized that I would have access to everything there, albeit a short time. So I got to her place and grabbed the assignment. While there I spent a few minutes debating with myself whether or not to leave or take advantage of the situation. I took advantage and went into her room and carefully went through her things, making sure to leave everything how I found it after I was done. Soon enough I got to her laundry hamper. Once there I rifled through the hamper, pulled out any underwear I could find and just went to town. It couldn't have been more than 12 minutes, barely enough time for me to process everything. I left shortly after, incredibly turned on and realizing I wanted more, but I needed another way in. This happened a few years back, and over the years I would have more chances to do it again over the years.
What the f*** is wrong with you? You f***ed up motherfucking bastard! What the f***?
I just donated blood and I have an active Lyme's infection. I needed a COVID test and I don't have insurance. They test for antibodies for free. Lyme's wasn't on chart of questions, but I bet it's probably a disqualification. We'll see if they find out. Until then, free cookies for me.
Now,
Sandra, dumb bitch.
I'm pretty sure I have a foot fetish. I'm 19, female, and I really like having my feet played with and licked. I have lust after my female friends' feet. I really like women's feet. When I see specific feet I just feel a certain way. Like seeing something cute. When I was younger, maybe 6, I remember having a sleepover with one of my brother's friends and we all shared a room. At some point I remember him being in my bed and sucking my dough. I have no idea why. But I really liked it. My boyfriend does this every now and then because he knows I like it. It's only after I have showered. And I don't lick his feet, but I like to play with his. I've never licked anyone's foot, but if I had the chance it'd be some cute lady feet.
Oh, what the f*** is she so? Hey, he's sucking her f***ing toes! You can't, hey, you sick cocksucker, you can't do that in public! Get a f***ing room, creep!
I am married, male, and really want to suck another man off, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't consider myself gay. I've been happily married for quite some time with children. I've just always had the urge to suck dick. I don't want any sort of relationship with another man, I just want to suck someone off and never see them again. I'm not interested in any sort of male intercourse. I don't know how to go about this, but it feels good getting it off my chest.
Ha! Gay!